Alrighty, so there will be a little edit break in my thing. My phone, for some reason, was telling me my video was going to stop recording. No idea why. Alright. So that's it for, I said regular Tully. That's it for helmeted Tully. Okay. For the red eye Tully, and to kind of show you how the sculpts change, actually we're going to do a couple things here. If you want to take the helmet off, again, I would grab around the wire bundle at the back and just tilt it a little forward, lift up, and you're good to go. Anytime you want to set this guy down, I would put it on there if you can. Okay. I'm going to take his glasses off here. Okay. All right. To change head sculpts, you know what? Before we do that, let me show you the red eye sculpt. So when you get the red eye sculpt, it's rolled in bubble wrap, so you're just going to want to unroll him carefully and slowly and pull him out. Be careful that his hair, his spiky hair, doesn't get caught on anything, okay? And this is what I was trying to illustrate, is his hair is very spiky and very, very pointy, all right? And those little points can get caught on stuff, and they can snap off. So that's why he's wrapped differently than it usually would be done, okay? So just be careful with him. To change head sculpts, as I said, each sculpt has sort of a custom magnetic insert in it. And that should make changing head sculpts super easy. Just hold on to the body, pull straight up. Take the next one, and you do want to watch that the collar doesn't get caught between his neck and the insert, but straight down, and the magnet catches. In this case, you couldn't hear it, but the magnet obviously has caught. You'll see me take it out. You'll see it takes me a little force to do that. So, oh, so that, real quick, actually, I'm glad this happened. Hold on a second. My magnet has really stuck there. Hold on. That's the custom insert, and it came a little loose in this one, so I'm going to make sure that that's secured much more tightly. Okay. But that should not happen to you guys. If it does, let me know. Yeah. Sorry, I'm putting it back in this guy. There we go. So that insert slid out. I want to make sure that doesn't happen, so I'll make sure to double check the security of that. But you pull this straight out, you can put the other head sculpt back on. And then the glasses for this guy go on the same way. He's got the same slits in his hair. So find one. Sorry, find another. And there you go. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put this Tully back on here and see if we can, there we go. And now you've got Crazy Red Eye Tully that you can pose like Crazy Red Eye Tully. If you feel like his head is like sitting high once you put it on, really just check that his collar cloth didn't get stuck between his head, the neck of the sculpt and the insert. That does happen sometimes. So sometimes when I put head sculpts on, I kind of pull this slightly back and up as I put the head sculpt on, and that ensures that it doesn't get caught between. This one is sitting correctly. I just wanted to mention that in case you guys wanted to know what to check. So that's it for both of the figures. Lastly, we have a few of the accessories to go over. Let me move him out of the way so he doesn't affect our focus. Pizza sculpt or pizza accessory. I showed you the special hand for that and how this works. Nothing major to that. Here's the popcorn jar. It is taped shut, and the tape for everyone has a side that is doubled over so that you can grab and don't have to dig for it with your nail. When you pull this off, hold the lid closed at what looks like a latch. There's a hinge side and a latch side. So you just hold that closed and then pull the tape up and around and off. Okay. And then you've got your openable lid, and let's see if this, and your popcorn. Okay. The latches don't really hold it super tight, and the lid itself was designed so that it easily opens and closes and it doesn't get stuck closed or anything. So it's meant to be either just displayed closed, or like when Tully's holding it, he's got one hand around the edge of the jar. That's what that hand is for. It's meant to look like that. And then one hand, which is that kind of other, looks slightly like the splayed hand. Let me see if I can show you. Is meant to hold it on the bottom. So it's meant to look a bit like this. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. All right. And then the final piece to go over is the TV. So here's our television. It's a self-contained unit. It is USB powered, but this time it's mini or micro USB, which is a really old version that most people don't have. You will get a cord for that, so don't worry. You micro USB there to any 5-volt outlet or your computer. If you hook it to your computer, it will mount like a hard drive, and you can put other videos on here. The only warning I have is it uses some weird form of MP4, and so I don't know if stock, MP4s are going to work, so just be aware of that. We do have it preloaded with all the stuff we wanted you guys to have. It turns on with this switch here. Turn around and you'll see. Hopefully I didn't pick one whose battery was dead. Okay? And then you've got different controls. You have volume up and down, and you can see the indicators on the screen of that. So volume down, volume up. And then you have video forward and video backward. I'm going to turn the volume up so you can hear. So if we scroll through the videos, that's what's playing behind him when the scene of interrogation is happening. Then we have the same thing with the scene audio. So you can hear it.
What did you say your name was?
Okay. And then move through.
Strange noises in the middle of the night.
Okay. Now, I want you to understand something about this. At the end of this video, because of what's on here, if you skip to the next one or if you let this one play, it will look like it gets stuck at the end. But it's actually loading the next video. Let me show you. Okay, it looks like it's stuck. I'm not sure why this one does this, but then the next one will start. It'll be a blue screen. And then there will be nearly a minute, I think, of like a black screen. And then it'll actually start playing the video. Okay, so just be aware. Okay? Then, a couple of other things. And I believe the way this entire thing is designed internally is it'll just loop those videos one after another, go back around to the beginning and do it again. So, the only, yeah, and then when you're done, you just turn it off and you're good to go. Okay? So, I believe that's everything. I don't think I have forgotten anything. But if you guys come up with questions, once you get your sets, please let me know. I hope you guys are happy with these. As always, it's been a real blast making them, and I'm really happy with how everything turned out. And I hope you guys are too when you see them in hand. And hopefully this video has been helpful.